Those who deviate from this path often face societal stigma and limited opportunities. A strange subculture emerges, the allure of maid cafes. Japan, a land of ancient traditions and futuristic technology, but beneath its polished exterior lies a fascinating subculture: maid cafes. Imagine stepping into a world where waitresses dressed in frilly maid outfits greet you with a cheerful "Okarina saimase, Goshujin-sama," welcome home, master. These cafes, concentrated in Tokyo's electric town Akihabara, offer more than just coffee and cake. They provide an immersive experience, a fantasy world where customers are treated like lords and ladies. The maids sing, dance, play games, and engage in playful banter, all while maintaining a persona of cheerful servitude. But what fuels the popularity of these cafes? Why are young Japanese women drawn to this unique form of service? And what does it say about Japanese society as a whole? This essay delves into the world of maid cafes, exploring their origins, the societal pressures that contribute to their existence, and the lived experiences of the women who work within them. Join us as we journey beyond the frills and fantasy to uncover the complex reality of maid cafes in Japan. The birth of kawaii culture from anime to Akihabara. This journey is a fascinating exploration of how a simple concept of cuteness evolved into a cultural phenomenon that has captivated millions around the world. To understand maid cafes, we must first understand kawaii culture. These unique establishments are more than just themed restaurants. They are a testament to the pervasive influence of kawaii in Japanese society. Kawaii, meaning cute in Japanese, permeates every facet of Japanese society, from fashion and food to technology and entertainment. It is a cultural aesthetic that emphasizes innocence, playfulness, and charm, often characterized by bright colors, rounded shapes, and childlike features. The origins of kawaii can be traced back to the 1970s with the rise of shoujo manga, targeting young girls with stories of love, friendship, and adorable characters. These manga not only provided an escape from reality but also introduced a new visual style that celebrated cuteness. This fascination with cuteness soon spilled over into other forms of media, particularly anime. Anime series began to feature characters with exaggeratedly cute features such as large eyes and small mouths, which became a hallmark of the genre. Iconic characters like Hello Kitty, created by Sanrio in 1974, became global ambassadors of kawaii culture. Hello Kitty's simple design and lack of a mouth allowed people to project their own emotions onto her, making her universally relatable. Similarly, Pikachu from the Pokémon franchise captured the hearts of millions with its large eyes, innocent expressions, and childlike charm. These characters became symbols of kawaii, transcending cultural and linguistic barriers. As anime and manga gained global popularity, so too did kawaii culture. Conventions and merchandise stores around the world began to celebrate this aesthetic, drawing fans from diverse backgrounds who shared a common love for all things cute. Akihabara, once known for its electronics stores, transformed into a mecca for otaku culture, catering to fans of anime, manga, and video games. The district streets are now lined with shops selling everything from figurines and toasters to rare collectibles and cosplay costumes. Maid cafes emerged as a natural extension of this culture, offering a space where fans could immerse themselves in a world of fantasy and interact with real-life embodiments of their beloved anime characters. These cafes are designed to provide an experience that is both entertaining and comforting, with maids often performing songs, playing games, and engaging in friendly conversation with customers. The rise of kawaii culture and the otaku subculture provided fertile ground for maid cafes to flourish, transforming them from a niche interest into a global phenomenon. Today, maid cafes can be found not only in Japan, but also in cities around the world, each offering a unique blend of Japanese pop culture and local flavor. The enduring appeal of kawaii culture continues to inspire new generations, ensuring that the legacy of cuteness will thrive for years to come. More than just a maid, the expectations of Mo. The concept of Mo is deeply ingrained in Japanese pop culture, and maid cafes are a fascinating manifestation of this phenomenon. The appeal of maid cafes extends beyond simply being served by women in costumes. It's an immersive experience that transports customers into a whimsical world where the lines between reality and fantasy blur. It's about Mo, a Japanese term that describes the feeling of adoration and affection for fictional characters, particularly those that are young, innocent, and endearing. This sentiment is carefully cultivated in every aspect of the Maid Cafe experience, from the decor to the interactions with the maids. Maid Cafés capitalize on this by creating an environment where customers can experience Mo in a real-life setting. The decor is often themed to enhance the fantasy, with elements that evoke a sense of nostalgia and childlike wonder. The maids are not just waitresses, they are meticulously crafted characters, each with their own unique personality, backstory, and even catchphrases. This attention to detail helps to create a more immersive and engaging experience for the customers. They engage in playful banter, perform choreographed dances, and shower customers with compliments and attention, all while maintaining a persona of cheerful subservience. This performance is a key part of the appeal, as it allows customers to feel special and valued. This dynamic taps into a deep-seated desire for connection and escapism, particularly among young men who may feel isolated or overwhelmed by the pressures of Japanese society. The Maid Cafe offers a safe space where they can relax and be themselves without judgment. The Maid Cafe offers a temporary respite from the harsh realities of life, a fantasy world where they are pampered, adored, and treated like the center of attention. This sense of being cared for and appreciated can be incredibly comforting and uplifting. However, this emphasis on Mo and the commodification of cuteness raise critical questions about the objectification of women and the blurring of lines between fantasy and reality. While the experience can be enjoyable and even therapeutic for some, it's important to consider the broader implications and the potential for reinforcing harmful stereotypes and expectations. Behind the scenes, the maids put in a lot of effort to perfect their roles. They undergo training to master the art of Mo, learning how to interact with customers in a way that maximizes their enjoyment. This dedication to their craft is a testament to the complexity and nuance of the Maid Cafe experience. As customers leave the cafe, they carry with them a mix of emotions. For some, it's a cherished memory of a delightful escape, while for others, it may prompt deeper reflections on the nature of their desires and the societal pressures they face. The Maid Cafe experience is multifaceted, offering both joy and contemplation in equal measure. In the end, Maid Cafés are a unique cultural phenomenon that encapsulates the complexities of modern Japanese society. They offer a window into the world of Mo, providing a space for fantasy and connection, while also prompting important conversations about gender, identity, and the nature of affection in contemporary life. Section 4. Pressure Cooker Society, Japan's Expectations on Young Women. To truly grasp the complexities of maid cafes, we must examine the societal pressures faced by young women in Japan. The country's education system is notoriously rigorous, demanding long hours of study and intense competition to secure coveted spots in prestigious universities and subsequently stable careers. Those who deviate from this path often face societal stigma and limited opportunities. The Japanese workplace, often characterized by long hours, rigid hierarchies, and a strong emphasis on conformity, can be particularly challenging for women. Traditional gender roles persist, with women expected to prioritize family over career aspirations. This societal pressure cooker creates an environment where young women often feel trapped between societal expectations and their own desires. Many struggle to find their place in a society that values conformity and traditional roles. Maid cafes, with their emphasis on fantasy and escapism, can seem like an appealing alternative, offering a temporary escape from these pressures. However, this escape comes at a price, as we'll explore in the following sections. Section 5. Classroom to Cosplay: How School Prepares Girls for Maid Cafes. The transition from the strict environment of Japanese schools to the seemingly whimsical world of maid cafes might appear jarring at first glance. However, when we delve deeper, we find that the skills and behaviors emphasized in both settings are remarkably similar. In Japanese schools, particularly those for girls, there is a strong emphasis on politeness, obedience, and group harmony. These values are not just taught but are ingrained into the daily routines and interactions of the students. From a young age, students are expected to adhere to strict rules of conduct. They must address their superiors with deference and prioritize the needs of the group over their individual desires. This creates a disciplined environment where respect and order are paramount. These expectations extend beyond the classroom walls, shaping social interactions and influencing career choices. The emphasis on group harmony and respect for authority becomes a part of their identity, guiding their behavior in various aspects of life. As these young women transition from school to the workplace, the skills they have learned continue to play a crucial role. The ability to be attentive, subservient, and perform emotional labor is highly valued in many Japanese workplaces, including maid cafes. In maid cafes, the staff are expected to be attentive to the needs of their customers, often going above and beyond to create a pleasant and enjoyable experience. This mirrors the expectations placed on them in school, where they are taught to be considerate and helpful to others. The uniforms worn by maids, often inspired by school uniforms or French maid attire, further blur the lines between the classroom and the cafe. This creates a sense of familiarity for both the maids and the customers, making the transition from school to work feel more seamless. This sense of familiarity perpetuates the cycle of prescribed roles and expectations. The customers, who are often familiar with the school environment, find comfort in the familiar behaviors and attire of the maids. This reinforces the societal norms that have been ingrained in them from a young age. While some might dismiss these similarities as coincidental, they highlight the deeply ingrained societal norms that contribute to the prevalence of maid cafes in Japan. The skills and behaviors taught in schools are not just preparing students for academic success, but also for their roles in society, including in places like maid cafes. This connection between education and societal roles underscores the importance of understanding the cultural context in which these institutions operate.